Hello, welcome everyone. Let's begin today's topic, that is formulas and function. Formulas are used to perform calculation involving addition, subtraction, division and multiplication. It establishes a relationship between two or more cells. A formula is an expression that can include cell addresses, numbers, arithmetic operators and parentheses. You can perform simple as well as complex calculation using functions. Formulas must begin with equal symbol followed by the cell reference and operators. So your chapter is formulas and function, where formulas are referred to perform the different calculation, and different calculation can be of addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Right up to the need of the user, whatever calculation the user wants, we can perform the calculation in it. So a formula is a relationship between two different cells. In two different cells we have, like we can have a cell and a operator in a different cell on which we want the calculation, and then we can get the result in final cell. So it provides a relationship between the different cell, and it gives the calculation between the different cell. And we, for the formula, we will start each and every formula with equals to sign. With every equals to sign, a formula we have to start. If it is a basic formula, compound formula, any of the formula, a formula will start with the equal to sign. So first formula is basic formula. Using basic formulas involve only one operator in a formula. So a basic formula is a formula in which we use equal to sign, and then we can have only one operator. It may be plus, minus, multiply or divide, any kind of operator, but only one operator we can use in different cell. That is basic formula. Using compound formula are used when you need more than one operator. Note, the result after the formula appears in the cell, but the actual formula appears on the formula bar. So when we use more than one operator, that will be called as a compound formula. For example, I have given you in the previous video, like of simple interest. In simple interest, the formula is P into R into T upon 100. So for in that formula, we need two operators, one of multiply and one of division. So any formula which contains two operator is called a compound formula. And in note, it is written, when the result will appear in the cell, the actual formula will appear in the formula bar. So we get the actual data in cell, active cell, and the formula in formula bar. So if you want to check the formula, you have to see the formula bar, and the result you will get in a cell where the calculation we have put it the formula. Next formula is using text formula. You can perform addition on character and string data type. Except for addition, other operators like subtraction, multiplication, division, etc. are not allowed. You can use symbol AND for addition. Note, addition on string type data means placing one value after another. So we can also use the addition operator in text or alphabet, or you can say in alphabet, you can say string. So if we want to add the text, we can use the addition operator. So for the addition operator for text is AND symbol. We have to use AND symbol, not plus symbol, for addition of text. And we cannot perform subtraction, multiplication, division and other formulas on text. We can only have a text formula, and the addition means here to put the one value after another. Suppose there is a written AB in one cell and CD in another cell, and we want to combine both AB and CD in the third cell. Then we have to write the formula equals to AB and and then CD, then it will give us the resultant. Sorry. And this will give us the result of the add of cells. Another is cell reference. The cell address in the formula is known as cell reference. With reference, you can use the data in different parts of the worksheet. There are the three types of cell reference. So cell reference means to refer the cell means the address of the another cell in our worksheet. If you want the address of the another cell, that means if you want the data in another cell, what we can do, we can have the cell reference of the another cell. So earlier is the text formula, compound formula, basic formula, we are using all the formulas in a sequence. But if we have a data not in a sequence, so we have to use the cell reference. For cell reference we have the three reference. First is relative reference. When you create a formula, reference to a cell ranges are usually based on the position relative to the cell. When you copy or move the formula to another cell, the reference cell automatically gets changed. So when we have a formula or function in cell, and if we copied that once from one cell to another cell, it will automatically change the cell address. If suppose we have the formula in h5 and we are getting the total of h1 to h4 in h5, and if we copy the h5 to g5, it will give us the total of g1 g2 g3 g4 and in g5. So it will automatically change from h to g. We don't need to require to write the new formula again, just we have to copy it. And this example I have given you in the previous video, you can check that in previous video I have given you the practical of this cell reference. Then another is absolute cell reference. Absolute reference is used when you do not want to change the address of the cell on copying the formula to another cell. To make absolute reference of a formula, add $sign before the column and row number. So if you don't want to copy the address, then what you can do, you can use the $sign before the row and the column. Whatever address you want to give, whatever cell you want to use, for that particular cell you have to use the $sign. Use $sign before the row and before the column. Like if we have the digit b2, then we have to write first $sign, then b, then $sign, then 2. So like this we have to give the absolute reference of the particular cell, whatever calculation we want on the cell, we have to give the actual address of that cell. And for that we have to give write the $sign before the column also and before the row also. Like b2, first we have to write dollar, then b, and then dollar, then 2. The third reference is mixed reference. It is a combination of relative absolute reference. In this type reference, either row or column has to remain fixed. So in a mixed reference, we have one column or a row is fixed, and for another we have to give the address. So it is a combination of both relative and absolute. In relative we have the fixed column, so one column or a row has to be fixed, and another, for the another we have to give the address. So that will called be a mixed reference, in which we use both the reference, mixed also and absolute also. So in absolute reference we have to use the $sign, but for the relative reference we don't need to, we do not require to write the $sign. Then we have cell reference of another worksheet. You can use the cell reference of one worksheet in another worksheet. This can be done in two ways. Using copy paste option, click on the sheet of the 2 tab and enter the data. Click on the sheet 1 tab. Now click on the cell where the data is written. copy the data using Control plus C, click on the sheet to tab, paste the data using Control plus V. So one way is copy and paste option. We have learned this various times from junior classes, how to copy and paste the data with the help of the shortcut key Control plus C. You can copy your data and wherever you want in the particular sheet or in another sheet, you can paste the same data in another sheet by using Control plus V. This Control plus C and Control plus V we have discussed various times, several times. So we will move further, and the another is using sheet reference. It uses sheet number, exclamation mark and cell address. So if you want to use the reference of the particular sheet, what you will use the sheet number, then you have to use the exclamation mark, and then whatever cell you want, then you have to give the cell address, and that data will be copied automatically. This is the reference. You are giving the reference of the particular cell. Naming a sheet tab. How you will name a sheet tab? By default, Excel displays three sheets in a worksheet name as sheet 1, sheet 2 and sheet 3. But you can add as many as you require. You can assign any name to these tabs. So by default there are the three sheets, sheet 1, sheet 2 and sheet 3 in Excel, and we can add as many as sheet as per our need. Excel provide us the facility to put the as many as sheet, and we can change the name also. How you can rename? Right click on the sheet 1 tab in the worksheet, then a pop-up menu will open. Click on the rename option. The cursor will appear in the sheet 1 tab. Type ABCD and press enter key. Note that the name of the sheet 1 has been changed to ABCD. So this is the procedure of renaming a sheet. Right click, a pop-up will appear. Click on the rename, and whatever name you want to give, you can give it. And you, after putting click on the enter key, after click on the enter key, you will see whatever you have written, the name is changed to that particular sheet. It is not necessary that you have to change the name from the sheet 1 tab only. You can change the name to any of the sheet as per your need. If you don't want to rename sheet 1, don't do that. If you want to change the name of the sheet 2, you can change the name of the sheet 2. It's not necessary that you have to do for that only, for sheet 1 only. You can do of any of the sheet as per your need. Changing color of a sheet tab. Right click on the sheet 1 tab and select the tab color option from the shortcut menu. Select any color from the displayed choices and observe the changes. So how you can color your sheet? Just right click on the sheet 1 tab or any of the sheet which you want to color. Then select the tab color option. You will get the various option. You choose the tab color option from the shortcut menu. Then select the color displayed on the choices. Then you will get a color palette, and as per your need you can choose any of the color. Then we have functions. Functions are pre-designed formulas in Excel to perform simple and complex calculation. Functions eliminate the chances to write incorrect formulas. They accept the arguments and return values. So function is the predefined formula. The formulas which are already defined in Excel are called function. We don't need to require that to write the formula again and again. We can write the wrong formula. We are all human. So for that the mistake will not be done. We can use the formulas. They are inbuilt. And after that we accept the arguments and the return values. We have to give the arguments and it will give us the values. Argument are input to function which accept the value. Argument are input to function which accept the values as a number or text, etc. The values are given with parentheses. Return value are displayed the function output. So argument are the values which we put, and the values we will write in parentheses, and the return value is the output of that particular function. Suppose we have used the sum, then it will be the output. Whatever is output is given as a return value. There are the rules to enter functions. All Excel function must begin with equal sign like a formula. Then function name must be valid Excel name, example sum. That means a formula is always a predefined formula. So functions, to write the function, it should be a correct name. Function name might be followed by the opening and closing parenthesis. So we have to close the parenthesis and open the parenthesis, then only we can get the return value. For example, here I have given you parenthesis contain the argument example sum a1 colon a5. So for example, we have the sum function and the parenthesis, in that we have written a1 and a5. Then these are the some examples, common examples of functions and their purpose. Function like sum range, it gives the range, sum of the range, it will give the total. And then the average, then we have to give the range, it will give us the average. We have odd numbers, it will give us the number rounded up to the odd integer. Int number, round the number to the nearest integer. Round number time digit, round number to the specified digits. exp number, exponential number, returns the natural algorithm raised to the power of the number. It will give us the power of the particular number. We will use exponential. Sqrt will return us the square root. Power, number power, and it will give us the return the result of the number raised to some power, whatever power we need. And first we have to write the number and then comma, then power. It is written here, you have to write according to that only. Mode will give us the remainder, mode we use for the remainder. Some common functions which we use are max. It is used to find the largest value in the given range. It will give us the largest maximum value. Whatever range we will decide inside the parenthesis, it will provide us the maximum value. Another is today. It is used to display the current date. Today function we use to display the current date. So we can use today and maximum functions, and they are the various functions written here. You can use any of them, they are already inbuilt in Excel. Just remind that you can't write the wrong function, you have to give the correct name. Whatever name the function contains, you have to give that name only. If you will write the wrong name, it will not give you the value. And after function you have to write the parenthesis, and you have to close the parenthesis, and the values you have to write inside the parenthesis. And the most important equal to sign from the beginning. You have to remind all these things while using, you have to remind all these things while using the function. So that's all for this chapter, and for practical you have to watch the previous video. Do watch the video. Thank you.